Hello and welcome everyone, this is MrSovr with another tutorial for TECHNIC Minecraft. And today we are going to be introducing the idea of a few redstone ideas, bluetricity, and definitely wireless redstone. So we're going to go over snake. Hi snake. I always like snakes in here, it's kind of cool. There's a ducky. Okay, back to business. First of all, bluetricity runs on bluetricity. Objects that work with bluetricity run off of bluetricity and they use a specific cable. I don't know if there's more than one cable. All I know is this cable is called bluetricity cable. Let me look it up just to make sure. Blue alloy wire is basically what you're looking for. I guess you can, I don't know if you can, no you can't, I don't think you can do that, it's just something else. But it is blue alloy wire, and it's coming dark time, nighttime I meant. The only problem is I forgot, dang mouse again. Here, let me just get it really quick. You can actually use batteries in bluetricity. The thing is, I don't know if I think it's too late. Oh, no, it's getting powered. Things that run, okay, yeah, it's going down. I'm gonna need to go to sleep. Or wait. That's not enough. So, I am going to go to sleep, find myself a bed. A lot of cat beds. Alright, this should take not too long. But basically with bluetricity, I know for certain things you're going to need to find stuff like clay, and also another thing is when it comes to bluetricity, it's a little different than redstone because not only do you need a power source, but you also, well, you just basically need a power source, and usually with redstone, it's just a redstone torch, which usually provides all the power you need in the world. But as you may be looking around, you're thinking, well, let's go over the bluetricity and finish that off. Okay, so we got bluetricity solar panels right here, and we also have the batteries, which are good, especially when it is nighttime, because then the solar panels don't really work, as you would know, and the batteries take over. And then this bluetricity wire, I believe that power is lost in the process of how long the bluetricity wire is. I know for the other mods it's sort of a bit like that, but right now we are just working on, I believe these are frame motors or something like that. Motors of any kind, but you kind of just type in, let me see here. Yes, frame motor. I was correct. The frame motor works on bluetricity. Now this is how it really works. You see this side right here, basically the blank side of the motor box is where the bluetricity goes into. While the sides of it, which you can see are these circly looking things that look like it's moving when it's applied redstone power, this is where redstone goes. Redstone does not power it, it just activates it, so it'll be like an on and off switch. And it can only go at a certain speed. It can't go too fast of a clock speed or else the motors do not reply to the commands of the redstone. But as you can see, I had to be a little creative on how I did the redstone. For example, this block is almost impossible to get the side unless it was out here, so I used the wireless redstone to actually make this work. Wireless redstone is done by, you have a receiver. Here, let me just do like a really quick circuit just to kind of give you the basics on how it all works. Of course, I can usually never find stuff in here. I'm probably going to need that redstone torch, though. Okay, so you got a receiver, and you have a transmitter. Now, as you can see, they're both 0. you right click and you can change the channel. Of course, this channel can go up to, I believe, 5,000. So let's do 14 here and 14 here. Now, since these are the exact same numbers on the exact same channel, whenever I transmit or have redstone that's on to the transmitter, it wirelessly goes to the receiver, which therefore can have an output. And when I take this away, this turns off. Very simple concept. And that is how I managed to do this. Now, of course, I had to use a clock, and if you don't know what I mean by clock, it's clock is basically a circuit that turns on and off at a certain pace, let's just say. In real world terms, you can do stuff like make a clock, which is sequential logic instead of combinational logic, I believe it is. I took an engineering course that kind of taught me a little bit about it. Sequential logic is basically where you need some form of memory device and the outputs of the logical circuit do not depend on the inputs but based on its own memory or the previous state of the circuit. Now, combinational logic like AND gates, OR gates, XOR gates depend all on input to whatever the output is. So try to think of the computer as a combinational and sequential logic unit where there's memory, there's clocks pulsing. For example, the screen you're looking at for my video is pulsing at 60 hertz, or maybe a little bit faster if you have a better quality screen. That is sequential. Now, I don't want to get too much into that because it's not Minecraft based, even though it's kind of good once in a while to understand that concept, not only for real life examples and jobs and stuff like that, but it's also it's also a thing that you can show your friends and say, hey, I know this, or something like, okay, I can reference to this in Minecraft and I can use this for real world applications. That's why I like Minecraft for this. But anyways, back to the tutorial. We explained a little bit on how the wireless, wireless redstone work. We also have this redstone wire, which is the exact same thing as redstone, but it's a wire. It can go up blocks, it can go on the side, it can go upside down, and it does not lose its power over a certain distance, which I believe is amazing. At least I don't know, because I've extended these wires so long and they don't even lose their stuff. Okay, so then there is this. Yes, I used a combination of real redstone and the wire, because sometimes the wire doesn't always agree, but 95% of the time it does. So I got this working right here. This is a actual AND gate. An AND gate, you need two, or in this case it's a 3 input AND gate, so you need 3 inputs that are on. For example, right here is on, and right here is a clock pulsing, but when it's on here, it turns the output on here, and it's kind of glitching a little, which is kind of bothering me. There we go. I don't know why, like, sometimes it glitches, sometimes, like, at least it still works. So basically, if you have all inputs that are on, this is an on output. You can tell by this moving, but it needs to be all of it like this. So if I turn this off and just have that going, as you can see, nothing is moving. But then when you turn this on, you can see that it's moving again. But if I had this as a constant on, it won't do anything because the motor needs to be refreshed, basically. So when it's on, it moves, and then if you keep it on, it's like, hey, wait, you're supposed to turn off so then I can move again, type of thing. So that's why we have a clock here. And the way this clock is managed is, as you can see, is channel 3. And here is the channel 3 transmitter, and also the fourth one, because they're practically the same thing, but one's for up, one's for down. We got this thing, which is a timer. You can right-click the timer, and you can change the speed by 10 seconds, 1 second, or 50 milliseconds. the preferred amount is 1.5 seconds for the actual elevator or whatever conveyor belt. So that's basically how the transmitters work, the redstone, the bluetricity, the solar panels, the batteries, the motors, and also timer and AND gate. Now we actually look at how these structures work and how they move and what can move and what can't move. Now these frames can all move as long as they're together, and when there's a block like this added to it, it can move just fine. But if I add a block there, it does not move. And I add a block there, it does not move. But if I add a block there, it moves perfectly. Think of these blocks as sticky blocks, and they stick to other blocks, but these are non-sticky blocks. Anything that is not this block is a non-sticky block. So therefore, if I put any other form of block on top of this one, it will not move, and it will stay floating. And basically, only these blocks can move. And same thing for this. But I got a really bad control system. I guess I could use a little bit of computer craft to do some crafty work with this. But if we go down to here, that thing starts moving down. Because this is activated, but over here it is not, since I turned that one off. And another thing that you can see are the arrows are different. So how on earth do you change those arrows? Do you like flip upside down or look a certain way? No, actually we use a thing called screwdriver, and there's also a sonic screwdriver, which I know is from Doctor Who, but I just use a normal screwdriver because it's easy, and sonic screwdrivers you have to charge, I believe. So all you have to do is right click and it changes the direction. That's really simple, and it's just a screwdriver I'm using. So that practically covers what I've been doing so far. Well, just to clarify on what I was talking about the computer craft, what I would exactly do for this is instead of having this, I would just simply, if I could find it quickly, I can never find stuff in here. Like, I know there's a search thing, but I don't feel like going for the search all the time. Okay, I'm not going to program or anything. If you want to learn more about programming, make sure to go to my other videos that have computer craft tutorials. I even got one video that has over 2,000 views. It's really great, 46 likes. That's a lot better than my other videos, any other videos actually. But for this, I would have 2 computers. Thing is, I want to try to check this out and see if it actually works. Let's do that quickly. Quickly. I want to see if the Wi-Fi things stick. Why isn't it going up? The heck? Okay, I guess the Wi-Fi does not work, and why in the heck does that happen? That is weird. Okay, I guess I wouldn't really prefer any computer craft stuff on there. I could have sworn that it worked, and I'm kind of sorry about that. But anyways, I'm sure that there's other ways of doing it, like having multiple controls, like right here and up there, stuff like that. I personally like the conveyor belt system. It's really cool. And hopefully this video helped you guys out, and yes, that's my older video. You can check it out in my channel. Make sure to like my videos so more people can see it, of course. The main reason why is because I want to help out people with stuff like programming and Minecraft and stuff like that. And the other thing is, make sure to subscribe if you want more good videos and stuff like that. I'm going to go over indie game development, which I've been doing for at least a year now. For apps and PC games, I've been doing a little bit longer, but haven't really published anything too much with PC though. But make sure to subscribe, and all I have to say is thank you for watching my videos. Hope this helped you guys, and see you later.